Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another NuubCast here on Backwater Gulch. Yes, not Blood Gulch, Backwater Gulch, not blood pudding. That's actually like real food, I think. Somebody makes that. It's like an actual dish. Forget what ethnicity blood pudding is, but I'm certain that it exists. but congrats to Blood Pudding for taking it as your handle. Way to go, bruh. And his opponent we just saw is Dark Omicron, spawning as the red Protoss here in the northeast corner of Blood Gulch. Not sure what a gulch is. Is a gulch this? Is this what a gulch is? It's kind of like a some kind of like crevasse or cavern. You notice I'm going through all the different names of the maps. Everything's either got some kind of, you know, recess in the ground. I guess that's probably what Terminus RE is for, Terminus Recess. Anyway, I don't know what a gulch is, but I guess it doesn't matter because this is a backwater gulch, which means that I guess water. I guess it's like a canyon. You know, water used to run through it. But it doesn't matter because we're playing StarCraft 2, baby. And that is what we are about. Dropping down the barracks is Blood Pudding. And doing a little scout and high five are these guys. Dark Omicron got his scout out way earlier and is going to find Blood Pudding last in the 4th position. So he knows where he is now, and that's I'm starting to reconsider scouting on the scouting with my 9 probe. Just because you get so little information when you get to your opponent. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough call because I've been really frustrated with the amount of scouting information I get with that initial probe. But I tell you what, it saves your butt if they're cheesing. If you're playing Protoss and you go and you only see a forge, obviously you got to look for cannons. If you are scouting with your 9 against a Zerg and you see that early pool, you can put down your own forge and get prepared. So in that way, it's very helpful. But I guess what I'm saying is I'm recently beginning to think about better ways to scout, or perhaps I mean scouting like more often, things like that. Obviously, I mean, it seems obvious and intuitive, but when you're actually playing the game, it's things that people on our level of play, my level of play, we don't think about and are not intuitive. So it's things you have to consider, you have to work into, even practice, which is another area that you know, I want to be better at, is just practicing well. You know, because you see guys who are in bronze who've played like 1,000 games, and I look at that and I say, man, how can you play 1,000 games and have not acquired the skills to get out of bronze just by playing? And the fact of the matter is, if you're not playing well in those 1,000 games that you've played, you couldn't possibly get better, you know, because anyone who's played any other sport, non-esport, knows that what you do in practice, you do in the game. So the ladder is not the best place to practice. Pardon me. Because, you know, it's too much pressure. Stalker's killing that scouting SCV. Probe heading back, perhaps to drop an Expo. Not yet. But soon, he's going to wait for the opportunity to do just that. 3 gates and a Stargate. Void Ray is out. Very nice, very nice. I'm yakking away, not talking about the game. So often I do this, and some of you hate it, some of you love it. I'm a little indifferent. but we're in a position where these 4 units are not going to be able to tackle the Marines and that are in the bunker and those that are without. We have the gateway up, so we are doing it's a 3-gate push with a Void Ray. So the Void Ray is going to come in and do all kinds of damage down here, and actually going to draw the Marines and other units away. Why does he know to do that? How did he see? Oh, he's going to push. Wow. Oh, force field. Yeah! And now the Void Ray's in the back, killing some SCVs. Gotta like that. And it's in hold position, so it's in you know, it's just going to kill these guys that are close to it, and the Marines, 4 Marines are going to come back. That would be enough, probably, to kill it if it weren't charged. It wasn't charged, so just going to come in, poke around, be annoying, and then hopefully, you know, keep your eye on the ramp, so when the Marines come down, you're able to split that army and kill off some more guys with another force field. This is just good stuff right here. This is good, annoying contain by the Protoss. And that's exactly what you're seeing. You know, it's not like the... very nice, very nice. Did they stim? They did stims, because they're all... a bunch of them are lower on health. But he's just out of range. Can't get there. This is an effective Protoss contain, and it's just annoying. It's not like, you know, Terran, you got to bring tanks, you got to put some bunkers out, stuff like that. You know, Toss just needs some force fields, baby. Just needs some force fields. Oh yeah. And meanwhile, expansion up and running. He's doing exactly what you need to do. We talked about this in a previous video. This is exactly what you need to do if you're going to try and contain your opponent. Use the contain to your advantage. Get an expansion or 2 down. I mean, at this point, if I'm Dark Omicron, if I've got the money, I'm thinking about getting a 3rd. Because, you know, I'm doing damage here to the economy. They're going to stim out. He can stim all he wants. If he's not careful, he's going to stim these guys to death. And that's exactly what you kind of want, you know, while you're back here. Get those guys off their drugs. Come on in, do it again. Finally going to build a missile turret down here. So, but it looks like he's pulled out. No more contain. He's got what he wanted, which is a very strong expansion. And what's he doing over here as far as production? He's got a Robo Bay down. Got a couple more gateways not opened up yet. And just massing up a nice army here. Let's look at the army tab. He's got a huge advantage here, 30 food advantage already. And if we look at income, he's got a great big lead in harvesters and in money. So, you know, basically what you're looking at is this is how it's done. PvT, man. If you want to get yourself a nice macro game, no ghost tech coming down for blood pudding, but lots of racks, making lots of Marines, tons and tons of Marines. That's all he's making is Marines. He's got 2 Marauders, and all the rest are Marines. I'm not sure if that's the best idea. He's got a scan out here, so he sees everything that Dark Omicron has. And Dark Omicron has enough force fields to basically split all that up. And with the stim and no medevacs, Blood Pudding is going to have a rough day of it. Though with that many Marines, this could actually be a really tough game for Dark Omicron. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. No Colossus out yet. Void Ray going to get immediately destroyed. Stim is out. Oh my goodness. This is just crazy. Crazy risky build by Blood Pudding. But he's getting killed by probes, and that's one of the dangers of overstimming, like you just saw. But man, talk about getting back, you know, getting back into what am I saying? Getting evening things out. The phrase I'm looking for. Void Ray comes out. Oh, and he manages to get the Robo-Bait down, so no Colossus for Dark Omicron. Wow. Wow. Now, I've seen this before. This build, I've seen it talked about. This is where you go back and you just build a ton of racks and you just stream Marines into your opponent's base. I've seen this written about on Team Liquid. I've seen this talked about. I didn't think this is what he was doing at first, but now that I see it in action, this is exactly what's happening. This is a never-ending stream of Marines, as you can see, just keep on coming from the opponent's base. Pardon me. But it looks like the stream has ended, though I'm not exactly sure why. Oh, it's money, because he is getting mined out, and he's not able to keep up the money. And he is +1, and no upgrades over here for Dark Omicron. Let's call him OG Suno. And the Void Ray's out, doing some damage to these bunkers. I keep calling bunkers barracks. Man, I thought, wow. Good job, Dark Omicron. I thought he was actually dead there for a minute. There were so many Marines and they were stemmed, but they were overstimming and they lost a lot of their. Yeah, that's good. Take out the production facility. He has the observer in there, so he saw what's coming. All those SCVs. Get out of dodge. Get back, because this looks like it's an all-in coming from Blood Pudding. Just a mule back here mining. Very good. Got a few sentries out. Didn't rebuild the Robo, so these force fields are going to be everything. And it's just going to be force fields. Very good job sending them just a few SCVs. Going to want to force field off the entire ramp. Didn't do the best job with the force fields, but again, because because it's an all-in, Dark Omicron's able to reinforce, and Blood Pudding is not able to stand up under it. What is he doing? He's flying out his orbital command. Oh, he's coming down here to the high-yield minerals, even though he's not exactly mined out yet. Instead of expanding, he's just going to move. And he's going to call down some mules and mine from the high yield. Not a bad idea if you haven't expanded yet, and that's your option. Why not? But this is kind of just parlor games at this point, and Blood Pudding gives it up. No GG. And congratulations to Dark Omicron. But you can see, though, in Blood Pudding's build, the power of that Marine build I was telling you about. Wow. And I really thought that he had it. Now, normally, it's, from what I understand, it's 10 racks. You make 10 racks, and I think it's on 2 bases. 10 racks and 2 bases, and you basically just pour Marines into your opponent's base. And they literally can't stop it, and it's a very powerful build. And I really thought that Blood Pudding actually had it, but good on Dark Omicron for turning it around, keeping him at bay, doing everything he could, making him stem to weaken his units, and then being able to turn it around and actually win this game. This was actually very, very close, very good game. Hope you enjoyed it. I did, and keep climbing that ladder. Talk to you later.